Okay, this is WUSC-FM, and I'm here with Florence Sky.
Oh, you can call me Flossy. It's a cute little name that everyone gave me growing up.
You reached out to me to talk about Bigfoot and an encounter you had with him.
I was so excited that you answered. Everyone thinks that I'm off my rocker, but it really happened.
Well, what happened?
Okay, so I was over at the Siskiyou mountain range.
Out in California?
Yes, I was. It was a retreat because I have a little bit of the heart flutters, and my doctor said, I was one cheeseburger away from calling it. So they told me to go to this retreat so that way I could learn things and
Be with nature?
be with nature.
Get some exercise?
Yeah, I didn't know about that part, but yeah, that happened too. And then one night, this was naughty of me. I got up because I wanted to find a snack. So I went outside, and it's California. I think that there's going to be celebrities. And I look out, and I think I see a star. I don't know who it is. They're very tall. They're very pretty. But then I realized, why is a grown man in the river? Why is he in the river touching?
You saw a grown man in the river?
I thought I did.
And this was during the night?
It was. Oh,
Okay.
it must have been, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning.
So you get up 2, 3 in the morning, you go out to look for a snack at the campground, and you see the silhouette of a man in the river.
I thought it was a man. He was covered in hair, though. Completely covered in hair. He must have been, oh geez, over 6'5".
So a tall, hair-covered silhouette.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And I stepped on a branch. There was a little snap, and he stopped, and he looked towards me. I have never felt such fear. I thought I was scared when I saw a moose back home, but this was terrifying. And he touched his chest.
He did. He touched his chest.
He did, and I felt like we were communicating. And I realized he was messing in the water. He pulled out some salmon, and he had a clump in his hand. It might have been roe, but he tossed it to me, and I caught it, and he gestured to his mouth. So I'm thinking he was telling me to eat the roe. So it was dark. I really needed a snack. I went ahead and went for it. I didn't mind. And then he tilted his head back, and it was a full moon. You could see the lighting. And he howled up. And there was
He howled?
He did. It was like a scream or a cry, but it was very deep. It resonated. And there was a blue tint with the smoke that came out of his mouth. And I was just all torn up in shock. I ended up passing out.
You passed out. So you saw the silhouette of the man or the creature, hair covered, that was gathering salmon, gave you some roe of the salmon, and then you passed out?
I did.
Oh my goodness. And then you woke up. How long before you were awake again?
By the time I came to, it was daylight. The sun was starting to rise, and people came looking for me because I wasn't in my bunk. And I told them what happened, and they all just thought, oh, that Flossy, she must have gone a little too far with the bourbon, which I have gotten very good at that now. That is not a problem anymore. So nobody believed me. They said I must have seen a deer or a bear, and I was lucky that I didn't get mauled.
Oh my goodness! So none of the people you were camping with believed you at all about what you saw.
None of them believed me. None of them saw what I saw. I didn't know what to do. So I finished the retreat. I went back home. I had an appointment with my cardiologist, and it's the craziest thing. My heart flutters are gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. My doctor says I have the heart of a 25-year-old. It just blew my mind. It was insane. And I tried to explain to him what happened, and nobody believed me. It wasn't until your show that I realized I saw a Sasquatch.
A Sasquatch.
That's what I believe it was. It fits the description.
And can you take us back to that? Can you describe the Sasquatch a little more that you saw? You say he was 6'5" and hair covered.
He easily was taller than 6'5". That's just how tall my Jeff is. So I know he was bigger than Jeff. And he had long, scraggly brown hair. It was matted. He clearly doesn't brush it, but it was covering his entire body. His hands, his legs.
And it was a male figure. Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking because I didn't see anything that looked like a lady part.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you. I'm sure our listeners will be fascinated to hear this. Thank you for interviewing with me.
Thank you.